Right. Cheers, Kev. Thanks for that. No, I can't wait to do a speech. It's part of the day I've been looking forward to all day. Right, let's get started and fire through it quick, sharpish. And firstly, on behalf of my wife, as well as me, thank you all for coming. It's been a top day so far, and I'm sure it'll carry on that way. And we really are made up that you all agreed to be part of our wedding. Now, I never really thought I'd be in this situation, doing a speech as a married man. My mother thought the same. She's been dying to get rid of me for years. When me and Leanne started going out a few years ago, things seemed to fall into place. We first went out just over 2 years ago. On our first date, we went to the Coach and Horses, where Lee talked at me for a couple of hours, and I got ready. Little did I know this was the start of things to come. For all jokes aside, I knew from the start Lee was the one for me. And when the time felt right, and without planning, I proposed. Horrible. Now, we thought planning the wedding would be simple. Wrapped a leaf, found a dress and got fitted. We found out that she was pregnant with a little man. And the wedding got pushed to one side for a while, until Alfie was born. The only problem after Alfie was born was the moan I had to put up with about Lee not fitting into a dress. But I knew she would, and I think you'll all agree with me that Leanne, you look absolutely gorgeous today. Yeah. So would you all just stand with me and raise a glass to my wife, Leanne. To Leanne. I won't keep you too much longer. I know Stuart's gagging into his speech. Firstly, we'd like to thank my mum and dad, Linda, Alison and Kevin, for their contributions and efforts in organising today, and also my nan Bram and Lee's nan Hilda, who unfortunately isn't here anymore. Also my sister, for not only being our babysitter during the meal, but also for the little cake you can see over there. Without you all today wouldn't have been possible. So here are some gifts as a thank you from us both. Big bunches if you want first.
No, small ones, fella. Roger likes it going.
Too bad, man.
Hey, no tongue. Last
We'd also like to thank the bridesmaids, Emma, Pia, Leanne and Nevaeh. And here's some gifts for you as well.
Baby. Baby, you've got a present.
Presents?
Where?
Kate?
Mind that cake?
Thank you.
Is that Scottish? Yeah.
It's all into
And the ushers, we'd like to thank the ushers, Johnny, Rodney and Chicky. Chicky's already had his present, so he's just meant the rest of us.
Fancy everything cufflinks, so I got all that.
And Cameron as well. Cameron, you've got something coming now.
That's very nice.
Next season. Everton season ticket. Will you?
Go back, mate. Quick.
Well, that was free with Lucky Bag.
Yeah, that's it. And then there's Stuart, who I don't know whether I should be thanking yet or not, because his speech is yet to come. But in all seriousness, thanks for today, Stu. You've had your gift, so there you go. And on that note, I'll hand over to Stuart. Let me just warn you, the Stuart is known as a bit of a fantasist. He has been known from time to time to make up the odd story, so don't believe everything he says.
Hope you've all enjoyed the day so far. For those who don't know me, I'm Stu, the best man. Now, I've been to a few weddings and heard a few best man speeches, and the length of them has ranged from 30 seconds to 30 minutes. Now, I've spoken to the boss about this, and Leanne's advised it can't be any longer than 5 minutes during toilet breaks. After Dale and Leanne got engaged and asked me to be the best man at their wedding, they brought me a book about what would be required of me. I had a look at what topics shouldn't be used in a speech, and these included ex-girlfriends, drinking, drugs, gambling, fighting, dirty jokes, divorce, arguments, mother-in-law jokes, and so with this many banned topics, my speech will be a lot shorter than originally planned. And now I'd just like to echo the thanks to the others, and again thank all those that have worked so hard to make the day the great day it is. I'd also like to thank Rodney for helping out with this stag, even if with the price increases we didn't end up and also allowing us to take hand luggage, meaning Paul Willis couldn't take his hairdryer. I think we'll agree how beautiful the bridesmaids look, and the only person in the room is more beautiful is Dale. It's you, and Dale knows he's punching one above his wing.
I don't believe that. Exactly. She knows where her bread's buttered.
Now, I'd personally congratulate the newlyweds and see how happy they both look together. I'm sure you'll all agree how well they are suited, and just to give you all a few examples of this, they both love spicy food. Well, Leanne does, and Dale loves to eat it. Unfortunately, as some of you will know, Dale doesn't have a high threshold for spicy food.
It's a disability.
He actually thought Leanne was trying to kill him with a mild barbecue to keep the sauce. So they both love being in the same room when the footy's on. Dale watches on the telly, whilst Leanne's on a Kindle. They both like to use Facebook. Dale for footy, well, footy banter, and Leanne to post loving comments about Dale. But they do the one thing they definitely have in common is a love for each other and their son Alfie. Now, for the next few minutes, I'd like to talk about the groom and shed some light on the real Dale Wicks. Now, as many of you are aware, he's a man of few words, and these usually end with tidy or grim. So I first met Dale in third year comp, but in his words, he took me under his wing. Since then, we've been good friends since. Prior to me meeting him, I'm told that Dale was just like any other young teen. He spent most of his time wearing his tracksuit, playing footy or chasing girls. During the fourth and fifth year of comp, even though Dale would call himself a footballer, he somehow got roped into playing for the rugby team. And at this point, there was more meat than the butcher's pencil. To be fair to him, though, he did a good job playing on the wing, and back then was like a whippet. There was one away game where I didn't envy Dale at all. We turned up to play a match, and the whole of their school must have been out watching. They're on the sides of the pitch abusing Dale every time he ran up and down the wing, got tackled or missed a tackle. Got tackled or missed a tackle. Shortly after that game, Dale announced his retirement from rugby, and so he was going to stick to footy instead. Outside of school, when Dale hit 16, he gave up hanging on the streets. He found a new hobby, Tam. Thankfully, at this point of his life, his sister rescued his dress sense, getting rid of the oversized t-shirts and tracksuits, replacing them with tidy clothes, so at least in town he looked half decent. The first time he went to town, he told his mum he was staying overnight. We both had a few cans beforehand. Went out with about 15 pounds, a skinful, and had to walk about 3 miles home as we spent our taxi money. Going out in town was how Dale spent most of his weekends. Or if we saw him the next day and asked what he was like, he always get an answer of, can't remember, or alright. It was during this time that Dale started his first serious relationships with Lambert and Butler and Carlin. Dale had a brief outing in college, but during the first year, he announced he was going to set to move away to join the RAF. I always wondered why he was home so often, as I thought he'd be enjoying travelling the world, and visiting all the hot spots. When he told me where he went, Birmingham, Kosovo, Sierra Leone, Malawi, Oman, and in Dale's words, some field in Scotland. I can't really blame him for wanting to come back home as often as he did. The main reasons why Dale came home as often as he did were to see his family, but most importantly, the Jolly Roger. On a Friday night, drinking strange Indian cocktails, and on a Saturday night in V3 on the vodka and Red Bull. And this is how Dale would spend most weekends for the next few years. Dale left the RAF after 4 years and started working with me in a call centre answering phones. One small problem, Dale doesn't like talking on the phone. Especially the people from Birmingham, Scotland, Manchester, London, Ireland, Yorkshire, pretty much everywhere in the UK. Dale moved into his own place, saying that he needed his own space and wanted to keep the independence he was used to in the RAF. This is all well and good, however, he still wanted his mum to do his washing, ironing, shopping, and most importantly, he still had to have his Nan's Sunday roast. So he could be independent. I remember most Sundays going over to his house to watch the footy. He had the biggest dinner I've ever seen, courtesy of his nan. It was so big, I used to think there was no way he'd ever finish it, but he always did, and make the thing clean. I was convinced that these dinners that kept him going all week, as he never seemed to eat apart from this and the usual couple of rounds of toast on a Saturday before going out. Dale went on to have a few other jobs, but then got set for his longest job to date, a truck driver. Dale fit straight in with the lifestyle, he talked like a trucker, smoked like one, and now thanks to Leanne's great cooking, it's getting the body of one as well. During his early 20s and being the self-proclaimed athlete he thought he was, Dale started playing footy again and played for the Jolly Roger. In his own words, was the best right back ever. For those that actually seen him play, we all know the truth. Dale continued through his mid to late 20s, and during his weekends, still in a steady relationship with Lambert and Butler and Carlin, referring to himself as Newport's best bachelor. In 2011, this all changed thanks to the power of Facebook. If you ask either Dale or Leanne, they'll both give a different account of who added who.
She stalked me.
I believe it.
Thanks to Blaze Dorf and Dale's part, they managed to go out for a drink. Now Dale, who claims he can't really remember how it all began and who added who, remembers the date of their first date vividly as being the 11th of March 2011. Soon after, Leanne put a loving comment on Facebook about kissing many frogs.
been a ball.
Now, to most it's a sweet comment. However, for the boys, it's endless ammunition to take the mick out of Dale. So from all the boys, Leanne, thanks for that.
It's my fault. I told her to write it.
So since March 2011, they've managed to move in together, get engaged, have a baby, and plan a wedding. So nothing like making up for the last 120, eh? What can I say about the stag do? Not a lot really, we all had a good time. I think most of us finally realised we're not in our 20s anymore. 5 days of hard drinking is just too much for us. So that brings us on to today. Apparently my duties as best man were to look after the rings, dress Dale, make sure he went to the toilet. I did all these, but I did draw the line and cut his food up for him. Now, some of you may think that Dale has got away with this quite lightly, but after Dale gave his best man speech at my wedding, I said I'd go as easy on him as he did with me. However, if you don't want to know about any of the band topics mentioned earlier on, I can tell you over a drink later on. Now, you can see by the looks I'm getting from Dale that I've babbled on a bit too long, plus he needs to go to the toilet. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to raise your glasses one last time, to toast the happy couple, Dale and Leanne.
Hallelujah.